Hi everyone, welcome to this class. I'm Dami of 𝐓𝐻𝐇. Today we'll be learning how to make this beautiful mermaid skirt with a cut together back trim. So if this is what you are looking at to learn, please stick to the end of the tutorial. If you are joining us for the first time, thank you for joining us. For our returning subscribers, thank you for always coming back. If you are yet to subscribe, please click the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell to get notified anytime you have a new tutorial. If you want to join my WhatsApp group, the link will be in the description box. So thank you for joining us today, and let's get started. Okay, to draft the mermaid skirts with the cut together tray now, I'm using this pattern paper because the length of the pattern paper is not up to the gown length. I have to join additional pattern paper to it so that I will get the length for my gown. So now that we have this now, we'll go ahead and just draft our basic skirt. So it's going to be like a basic skirt pattern to the waist. So let's mark out our measurements. My shoulder to waist is 18 inches, which is here. The shoulder to hip is 27 inches. I have it here. And the shoulder to knee is 41 inches. So which is my natural knee. So this is my natural 41 inches. But because we want to tighten it up, so I'm going to be stepping up by 3 or 4 inches. So you can step up by 3 or 4 inches. So I'm going to stepping up like this for the tightening of the pencil effect on the above knee. So we have this here, and the length of the gown is 63 inches. So I've measured the length of the gown like this. So let's extend these our lines out. Once we have this now, we're going to be imputing our waist measurement. So the front waist is 6.75. So on the waistline, you impute the waist measurement, which is 6.75 here like this. Using the hip allocation we did in our last class, in our basic skirt class, I got my front hip to be 10.25. So I'll mark out the 10.25 here. So whatever we have on the hip, we're going to be subtracting 0.5 inch from it to get our round knee measurement. So 10.25, I'll be having 9.75 for my round knee. But because this is a mermaid skirt, I really want the effect to come out on the knee area. So I'll be making this to be 9.5 on the knee area. So I'll be using 9.5 on the knee area. So we'll have this here like this. So with our measurements now, we'll go ahead and connect the lines together. Okay, so we have this to the above knee measurements. So whatever measurements we have here, you take it to the hem of the skirt. So I have 9.5. So I will just use a pencil to connect first. Okay, so now I've measured the 9.5 on the hem-line to have the mermaid effect, the H-shape effect of the skirt now. So on the hem, I'm going to be adding from like 7 inches, from like 6 inches to like 8 inches, depending on how much you want your mermaid effect to be. So I will be stepping out by 7 inches here. So I have my 7 inches measurements here like this. So before I connect it to the above knee measurements, I just want to add my allowance already on the pattern. So I'll be adding 2 inches allowance on the sides. Okay, so I've added the allowance to this part here. So I'm going to be connecting this place. So this one also, I will add 1 inch allowance to it, so making 8 inch like that. So from this part here, I'm going to be connecting to the hem extension we have here. Okay, so this is what we have here for the front. Now if you draft your front like this, if you want to have a fuller front, if you want the mermaid effect to be fuller than this, you can actually do a slash and spread method. You slash it, you open it on your fabric so as to get a more fuller effect. But I don't want the front of this particular dress to be so full. I want the more effects to be at the back. So with this now, we are done with the front, so we can cut out the pattern for the front now, and we're able to go ahead to draft the back. Draft the back bodies of our skirts, our mermaid skirts now. I've placed the front on a fresh pattern paper, and these I have to do a lot of joining together and all of that so that it will be enough for the skirts pattern. So for our alteration now, we'll go ahead to make the alteration on the hip line to impute our back hip measurement. So to do that, we are going to be extending our hip line like this. The back hip measurement is 11.75, so I'm going to measure it from the front like this. Then I'll mark where we have 11.75 here. Then I'm going to be adding the zipper allowance of 1.5 to hit like this. So I'll come to the waistline here. I'm going to be adding the dart allowance for 1 inch here and 1.5 for zipper allowance. I will connect both lines together. Okay, so this is the main length now. So once we have this now, so for the side front and the side back, they are going to be the same thing. There is no alteration on the side front and the side back. So the only alteration we'll be having will be on the center back. So now that we have our skirts draped out already now, to make the alteration for the train at the back now, sorry I'm recording alone, so my camera might not be able to capture everything, but I'll just try to make sure the important things are not missed out. Okay, so I added this extra pattern paper for the train, so I'm going to be doing the extension for the knee line here. So the knee line here like this, I'll do the extension here. So now this back extension depends on how much you want the back train to be. When I measured my side measurements, the side fronts and the back together, when I measured the distance I have from the knee to the hem, I had 27 inches. So if you want to go by the 27 inches for your train, that means this gown is going to be like the same length you have for the front. So this is the 27 inches here, but I just want it to be a little bit longer, so I'm going to be exhausting the pattern paper I have here to draft it out. So whatever I have on this here is what I'll be using for the back trim. So the extension I'm making for this back here is 31 inches for the back trim here. So whatever extension I'm making like this, so to get the cuff right, I'm going to be marking from this allowance point on the side back. Now from this point I'll be tape in different angles to get the measurement, so 31 inches. So I'll just do it round and connect it to the hem of the skirt. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to connect this base here. I'm trying to connect it to this 31 inches I have here. So when we are joining, when you are connecting it, be careful. Okay, so this is what the back train is going to be looking like. So I'll just cut it off now and I will put it in a more spacious space so that I will be able to see what the back train is looking like. I've spread it now, so I have to use the floor so that I will see how it's looking like. So this is what the back body is, and that is what the front is looking like. I've actually cut it on the fabric, so this method is so easy and the outcome is always beautiful. So thank you for joining us in our class today, and we'll see you in the next class.